Hello and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the dynasties which were there in southern India, which include all the kingdoms which were there prevailed in the South India. Some of the dynasties were so powerful that they not only ruled over the subcontinent but they also extended their reign or their rule in other parts of the world as they had developed a very strong maritime power. Maritime means that they had relationship with other countries via the sea route. They used to trade with other countries of the world, especially through the Bay of Bengal. One of the prominent Hindu dynasty of ancient India was the Chola dynasty. It was a Tamil-based empire. The Chola Empire extended in three major territories of Tamil Nadu, including Tiruchirappalli, Tiruvarur, Perambalur, Thanjavur districts of Tamil Nadu. The Chola dynasty was not very fond of art and poetry and literature, but they spent a lot of money on building temples and on architecture and sculpture. Many well known temples were constructed during this period. The founder of the Chola Empire was Vijayalaya. In the 8th century, he took over the Tanjore kingdom and made Tanjore as its capital. He had defeated the Pallavas and then obtained Tanjore. Vijayalaya was succeeded by his son Aditya I, who was a great warrior and also laid the foundation and extension of the Chola Empire. He had defeated many kings like King Aprajita and expanded his power and his empire and also conquered the Pandya kings. He was also known as Naimel Thunjina Devar, which means he died on top of his elephant because he died in the battlefield. Aditya I was then succeeded by Parantaka I. He had defeated the Sinhali invaders and had expanded the empire, obtained Nellore from the Rashtrakutas. After him, Rajaraj I had succeeded, and he was a very able administrator. He had also expanded the empire and protected the Godavari districts and occupied the state of Karnataka and Kerala. He was an excellent administrator and warrior and had acquired Lakshadweep, Maldives, northern parts of Sri Lanka. He had constructed the Brihadishwara temple, which has the largest shivling in India. Rajendra Chola I, he was the successor of Rajaraj I, and he was also known as the victor of Ganges as he had acquired the Ganges region. He had established a new Chola kingdom which is called as Gangaikonda Cholapuram, also had acquired the title of Gangaikonda. The period during Rajendra Chola I was also called as the golden period of the Cholas when it reached its zenith and also acquired and extended till the Malay Peninsula. The Chola dynasty is well known for its temples. Sri Rangam temple was the highlight of this era as it was submerged in water for centuries and then again renovated. This temple has got 21 colorfully sculpted gopurams or towers. Ranganatha Swami temple, which belongs to Sri Rangam temple, has got the highest number of steps. The entire kingdom was divided into small provinces which were separated and governed by governors. These small provinces were called as mandalams. The Chola dynasty belonged to the Urayur family, and the powerful kingdom stretched from the Coromandel coast from the Vaigar river to Todai Mandalam. Its capital was Kanchi, which is called as Kanchipuram. And the Chola kings mostly they worshipped all kinds of gods and goddesses, mainly Lord Shiva. But they also worshipped the Trimula deity, which is worshipped at Sri Venkateshwar temple. Lord Venkateshwar is said to be the incarnation of Lord Vishnu, who is manifested here to save mankind from all kinds of troubles in Kali Yuga. Another very important dynasty of this period was the Pandya dynasty, which originated along the seaport of Korkai and the capital was Madurai. Korkai was a very important seaport at Tamil Nadu and was well known for fishing. The districts which were under the Pandya dynasty was Tirunelveli, Ramnad and Madurai. There is an ancient folklore that there was a queen called Ali Rani who was the earliest historic rulers of Pandyas. She was an Amazonian queen who had belonged to Amazon. Her servants consisted of men, and high ranking officials and army were of women. She was believed to be the incarnation of goddess Meenakshi and Kannagi and worshipped. It is said that there are still some remnants of the fort of Ali Rani in Mannar, which is in Sri Lanka. Meenakshi temple, which is situated at the heart of Madurai, Meenakshi Sundareshwar temple is dedicated to goddess Meenakshi, who is a form of Shakti, and her consort Sundareshwar, who is a form of Shiva. Meenakshi temple was built by Pandya Emperor Sadayavarman Kulasekaran the first in 1190 to 1205 CE. There is a historical mention of the capital city of Madurai of the Pandyas, which is mentioned by Megasthenes, who was an ambassador in the court of Chandragupta Maurya. He also mentioned about the queen of the Pandyas. In his documents, he had mentioned that the Pandyas consisted of 365 villages and the queen was the daughter of Heracles, which he considered to be as Shiva or Vishnu. Even Madurai as the capital of Pandyas was mentioned in Kautilya's Arthashastra. Some of the important Pandya rulers were Kon Pandya, who was also a hunchback. He was called as a hunchback Pandya and ruled over Madurai in the 7th century. His real name was Arikesari Parankusa Maravarman and he converted from Jainism to Shaivism. According to an ancient legend, it is said that he had ordered for the massacre of 8,000 Jains, and after which he got cured from his hunchback and then known as Sundara Pandya. Another very important ruler of the Pandya dynasty was Nedunchilian the First. It is said that he had conquered the army of the Aryans and also made stone beds for Jain monks. The next important ruler of the Pandya dynasty was Nedunchalian II, who had defeated the Cholas and the Cheras at the Talaya Langanam near Tiruvarur. Another important dynasty of the Sangam era was Chera dynasty. Sangam era is the period when Tamil language was spoken as poetry. It was a different kind of culture, and these three dynasties, including the Pandyas, the Cheras, and the Cholas, were the important dynasties of this period. The Cheras ruled over the western coastal region and the Ghats, and especially around the Kerala region and the western part of Tamil Nadu. They were originally called as Keralputra, which means the son of Kerala. The Chera kingdom was well planned and quite prosperous and flourishing because they had trade relations with the Middle East as well as other countries. They had a maritime trade and relationship with the Middle East and the Greeks and the Romans and used to exchange spices like black pepper and cinnamon. The founder ruler of the Chera Empire was Udayan Cheralathan, who had committed suicide after being defeated by the Chola king Karikela. The Cheras were basically pastoral agriculturalists. They had subsistence farming. They even practiced sacrifices for ancient gods, especially Murugan. Kotravai, who was considered to be the goddess of fertility, agriculture, hunting, and war, was worshipped by the Cheras and were offered sacrifices like meat. She was considered to be the mother of Murugan. The most famous Chera ruler was Nathunjaral Adan, who had defeated seven crowned kings and had won the title of Adi Raja. He was considered to be the greatest amongst the Chera rulers.